Okay, welcome everybody. Million Billion Crypto. Sorry, I was a little bit late on my stream there, but let's get into it. What's going on with the market? And are we in recession? Yes, we are confirmed recession. As I streamed yesterday, the SAM rule is in effect, and we are taking place. If you haven't noticed right now, we obviously have been in a recession. Um, and it is real. And what I just a couple of wickets today, I just wanted to share with you guys. There's over $3 trillion worth of assets that was wiped out in the equities market today, and if you will, Bitcoin, we lost. And went down, or the global market cap for crypto went down 2%. But we have Bitcoin at 60,700, Ethereum trying to hold up in that support level. And I think the next support level was at 28.5, but it's at 2,900 right now. Solana, 144, etc. So, as the thumbnail suggests, recently we're here, obviously. It's happening. Everyone, brace for impact. Hence the $3 trillion wipeout from the stock market. Where Biden prepares us possibly to go to war with Iran. Maybe. I don't know if I'm provoking Russia to flex his nuclear arsenal. You know, Democrats like to go to war. So, jobs report obviously over that's under performed at 0.5 on the SAM rule. We had 117,000 jobs, new jobs confirmed, and they're saying now we're at the pretty much the worst day since the 2020 COVID crash. Are we better off 3 years ago, 4 years ago? On Bidenomics, Build Back Better. Here we go. Overall prices is up 17%. Food costs up 25%. Gas prices 40%. Credit card debt we continue to go up as we can't afford things. We obviously use credit card. Americans notorious for using credit cards. Wholesale home sales are down 26% and wages are down 2%. So if you got inflation with wages going down, there you go. That's a recipe for a recession. So, are you a degen or are you sniping and buying Bitcoin? And as I mentioned yesterday, was it a good opportunity to buy the dip yesterday? As we right now, as you can see, keep dipping. Let me pop out here. There you go. Bitcoin. I wanted to bring up something. Obviously, if you may or may not be a skeptic or if controversial, today's moon phase, we have, if you can see it right here, we have a new moon coming up, or this evening. And with new moons, obviously the opposite of full moons. Full moons, we get some radical wickets down. And is it time for Bitcoin to shine with this new moon? You guys tell me. Historically, with new moons and etc., with all the economics and macroeconomics that's going on, you could be a skeptic on whether or not we're going to be having a pump as we're dumping right now. Obviously, if you take a look at Bitcoin now, we're slightly oversold. So will we see a pump, and will Bitcoin be the answer for rescuing and where to park your money? Where did those assets go, as I discussed yesterday? where that money of those assets go? Can it flood into the crypto space, into Bitcoin? Possibility, and we'll see here within the next evening or day or so. As I'm skipping, as we're, as the Fed and the government refuses to lower the tax rate, this is the only time. This is Bitcoin's time to shine, and why it was invented is to obviously to have everybody be their own bank and self custody and be monetary, but we need it, and it is its time to shine. Period. It is time. So, like I said, brace, continue bracing, hodl, do not sell, accumulate. Do not sell your Bitcoin to the rich and to these and to BlackRock. Accumulate it for life-changing wealth. It's a golden rule. Okay, million billion crypto. So we're taking a look at the obviously. Well, it's Sunday here. The stock market's closed, but yeah, continues to be red. Just have no other explanation for it. Just that's the way for the Biden and administration to go out with their guns blazing here. And I just hope and pray that we don't go to a world war. Being a veteran, I've served 4 combat tours, 2 to Iraq, 2 to Afghanistan, and war isn't the answer. I sacrificed that time away from family, and don't want to get into personal business, but it's ugly. It's ugly out there, and it's what the world doesn't need at this moment. I mean, if that's the answer for the U.S. economy or anybody's economy to bounce back, it's the wrong way. You send diplomats or politicians to go and talk amongst themselves and deal, wheel and deal, and figure out a game plan. And with that being said, a game plan. Okay, Senator Loomis. Obviously, she spoke during the 2024 Bitcoin conference, and here it is. Here's her bill to establish a strategic reserve and other programs to ensure transparent management of Bitcoin holdings of the federal government to offset costs, utilizing certain resources for Federal Reserve System and other purposes. Well, obviously, how do we get out of that $35 trillion out of debt? We embrace it. We buy. We continue to buy, and we hold for the long run, and we send Bitcoin to the moon. And we have to do it. We have to start with the U.S. And we have to start accumulating fast. And that bill and those if you will, keynotes that came from Senator Loomis and former President Trump, with all regarding Bitcoin as strategic reserve, to accumulate, to use it as a hard asset, as as we go into the future of money. Because you can see it all over. Every country is going through. Their economy is just pretty much going to shiznit. Okay, for lack of better terms. Here you go.
Is faster, stronger, and today America's economy is faster, stronger than any other advanced nation in the world. We have more to go. And today,
obviously, this is in 2022. With Biden, and we're in a mess, man. We're in a mess. We continue to draw down with equities, assets, gold. Here's some assets, but having and I don't want to get politics into this, but I mean, it is the macroeconomics and politics have to be involved, obviously, uh, in this space, or if you will, the equities. Like I said, $3 trillion wiped off. It's worst day COVID crash. Horrible. Okay, enough seeing that. It's just bums everybody out. Boom phases are covered. Let's go into some hopium. Let's go into some good news. I brought this up yesterday. Bitcoin is continues to be at ranked number 10 for the top assets for market cap. Earlier during, I think a week or less than 10 days ago, it was ninth. But here we are. Obviously Bitcoin is, they say and they treat Bitcoin as a tech stock. It's not a tech stock. It's a store of value and the best asset in its own class, obviously. And people would argue or say that it would surpass or be at equal value of the market cap of gold. Now, do I have hard evidence that it could happen? Let's take a look here. I mean, this is just this is hypothetical. This is and it's my views of what I think it could reach. So we got gold at $16 trillion market cap. Okay. I keep bringing up Larry Fink and BlackRock and Trump and Senator Loomis as Bitcoin being a store of value. Okay, and everybody's adopting it, and everybody's being pro Bitcoin, pro crypto. Now I'll show you this. Okay, this is all of the monies. This is all of the world's money in markets in one visualization. And this is going back to 2022. I've shared this if you follow some of my Facebook or interwebs social media here. So this is the visualization. Okay, with knowing that 16 gold has a $16 trillion market cap. Okay, so how does visualization work? See one of these little black squares. Each size of is worth $100 billion. Okay, and right now, I mean, this is back in 2020, but we'll just visualize this. Okay, cryptocurrency. Okay, there's silver, there's cryptocurrency, military spendings. Like I said, each of one of these little squares, if you follow my mouse here, are $1 billion. Okay, we have coins and banknotes, U.S., Euro, other China, and Japan. We got the Fed's balance sheet, the number of billionaires, and you can see on the right, the world's 2,905 or 2,095 billionaires were worth about 8 trillion back in that time. So each of these billionaires, here's gold. Here's a gold market cap. We got Fortune 500, but obviously they took a dip, so they might be down at these levels. This is a 2020 visualization. Okay, the stock markets, which is it says here at 2020 it was at 89.5 trillion. Okay, the stock markets probably down at these levels now, because we're talking about 2020, and this was 2020 of May, and if we're at COVID levels, we're really close to where it is right here. So I'm using this as a visualization. I may be off a couple billion dollars or a trillion at least, but just bear with me here. If you look at this, and it's pretty dang close, May 27, 2020, and then COVID. So this is pretty dang close. Okay, we're at gold is 10.9 trillion, Fortune 500, stock markets, NASDAQ, money supply. Look at these. All those squares, those all represent, okay, global debt, in households, governments, non-financial corporates, the financial sector, and global real estate is a market total of estimated $280 trillion. Okay, look at all those squares. This is just a visualization in residential, commercial, agricultural, and here's the global wealth. North America has 31.8% of the global wealth, and etc. 300, the totaling $360 trillion. Look at all these. Okay, and breaks down Europe, Asia. Okay, derivatives, the gross market value, the notional, nominal value, the derivatives, etc. Okay, and it goes on and on and on. Okay, so if we're losing these billions and trillion dollars of squares, and we're adopting, okay, if you will, and we're adopting Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, how many of these little squares from these areas are going to park it in here in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin? I mean, how many? Because if we're having global adoption and we need, you know, and we park our money into precious metals, etc. Okay, how many of these would it take to increase the market cap of to reach the market cap of gold? Okay, I mean, we only need 16 of them, 16 of those little things to reach the market cap of gold. Those little squares, 16. So with a market cap of gold, plugging in those numbers that I used yesterday, it would be plugging in that number into the calculator that I was using yesterday, and I don't want to break it down just real quick today. What would Bitcoin price be at with a $16 trillion market cap? What would the crypto space look like? What would Solana, would ETH, Link, if we're in a bear market, or I'm sorry, a bull market, what would that look like with a $16 trillion market cap? And right now, we're at a $2.15 trillion market cap with a $60,000 Bitcoin. So if you add 16,000 or $16 trillion to this market cap here at 2.15, that would estimate Bitcoin at $1.5 million. 1.5 million per Bitcoin, everybody. Or if I'm math incorrect, okay, fine, sure. But the point that I'm trying to reach to you and to make is we are still at its infancy. We are still early. Buy now, while there is blood in the streets for everlasting generational wealth, the fastest horse in the race, where everybody's moving to, which is the best asset class, Bitcoin. Okay. So using that 50, 25, 25 rule, 50% of it would go into Bitcoin, 25% of your allocated capital would go into large caps and mid caps, and then 25% would be into some gambling, some mini caps, some memes, some some, let's go here, to some altcoins using, okay, and you would be smart about this because we remember we got the 5 narratives of the bull market: the AI, gaming, DeFi, real world assets, and meme coins. Okay, so you take the last 25% of that and go into some memes and roll the dice on some of these memes that possibly, oh sorry, here you go, some of these memes that possibly haven't run yet with low market caps. Because when we hit that bull run and we see Bitcoin soar to the moon, what happens usually with these altcoins? It goes parabolic. everything goes parabolic. But we will see Doge at its all-time high. We will see SHIB possibly go to 1 cent. We will see Pepe possibly go into 10 cents. Dog with hat, $10. Bonk, possibly hitting 1 cent. Okay, so yeah, I think I've pretty much gassed myself out of of providing you the recession and Bitcoin hopium and details that I wanted to get off my chest today. Yes, okay, we're taking another stab at COVID 2.0, if you will, and I'm letting you know. Let me pop out here. I'm letting you guys know. Let me pop out. Most of my wealth came from the crypto winter and obviously the COVID crash. And yeah, I did a little bit of equities back then, and I pulled out only because I did more research and I looked into Bitcoin and crypto and Ethereum at the time. I was really bullish on Ethereum. Didn't really get into the Solana until the price tag of $22. I got into Solana when it was $22. Okay. I pulled out of Doge and went all in on Solana. Okay. And I have at most absolute confidence and what others would call belief during the fundamentals, if you will, with this altcoin with Solana, and I'm pumping, obviously shilling, but as I've been live, as I've mentioned before, go with the fastest horse, but you still would have to say you have to at least allocate 50% of, before you get into that, you have to allocate some of your money into Bitcoin as the store of value, because that is what the big money and the smart money is doing. They are accumulating, and they are buying while there is blood in the streets, and you have to embrace that, and you have to predict what they're doing, and that's what they're doing. As they're pulling out from the equities market, what are they doing? They're buying in the background, and Bitcoiners are legends. And you got to wait for it. You got to wait for that. And we're gonna build it. Building a crypto army through Donald Trump. Pro crypto president is certainly not priced in. Okay, here we go. Let's go here. Crypto president is certainly pro crypto, and I'm shilling Donald Trump and man, yeah. So so quick one for you guys today. Just a short one off my chest. It was a long one yesterday. So pop out here. Hope you guys are doing good. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Where you parking your money? Add any questions? Feel free to buzz me. Any of my social medias. Don't forget to like and subscribe my videos, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take care out there. Like I was, stay safe, stay hydrated, stay invested, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.